Hey guys, today just want to record a video for making the functions of exponential graph and also the one for the logarithmic functions, and also we'll talk about the inverses. So let's start it off with the exponential functions. So let's start it off with that 2 times the quantity of 3 to the power of x minus 3, and then plus constant 3. And then we want to compare that with the parent functions, which is 3 to the power of x. So for y2, we put in 3 to the power of x. And then you want to go to zoom standard. So for the red curve, this one is considered the parent graph, and then the blue curve, which is the transformation one. So going back to that function here, so you'll see that the graph is being shifted 3 units to the right, and also the translation is 3 units up. And with the scale factor of 2, so that means the graph is being stretched vertically by the factor of 2. And now let's talk about the log functions. So let's say that we do have log base 2 of x minus 5. So you want to type in that log of x minus 5. And then divided by log of 2. Well, the calculator doesn't allow you to put in the subscript number, so we have to do it this way with the change of base formula. And then we just want to compare that to the parent function with that log of x over log of 2. And then again, hit graph. So part of the graph right here, this one is just the parent graph. So the parent graph showing that the vertical asymptotes. So we do have the y-axis, which is x equals 0. And then the graph is being shifted 5 units to the right. So that's why the vertical asymptote turns out to be x equals 5. Another thing that we can find out is that the table. So in case that you want to plot the point to find out exactly what where the position is, so we can use that second graph. Well, as you can see that here, there's so many error because that the restriction for the graph, they cannot be negative number. So let's put in something that's close to 0 from the right hand side. So I type in 0.001. And then for the y1, so you can see that here is showing that it's error because that the boundary, the vertical asymptote. So the domain must be greater than x is greater than 5. But for the parent graph, it's showing that this one is getting close to negative 9.966. So let's say that we put in 1 and see what happened. So for 1, we end up with 0 for y2, and then for y1, it's just an error. Again, it's about the boundary, the restriction. So let's put in a large number. So let's say 100. So for y1, we do have 6.5699, and then for y2, it's about 6.6439. So they're pretty close to each other. And for the one that wondering the way I set up the table, so you have to go to second, table set. And then for the independent variable, you want to change that to else. So it was being highlighted in auto, but now you want to change that to else. So click that and then press enter. And then for the dependent variable, just leave that as automatic. And then go back to second and table. And here's the graph with the table. Another part of the function I would like to talk about today is the inverses. So as you may know that e to the power of x, the exponential growth function, its inverse, it's always considered natural log of x. So for y1, I put in e to the power of x, and then for y2, I put in natural log of x. And then we just want to compare those two graphs and see what happened. So once again, zoom, and then 6. So for the exponential functions, so this one is showing that the y-intercept is starting at 0, 1. And then for the logarithmic function, the natural log functions, the x-intercept, it's also 1, 0. And as you may know that inverses, that means we switch the xy value. And also there's a line of symmetry going through in between the graph right here. So let's just type in y equals x for the line of symmetry. And here's the one. And also we can test that by using the xy table. So let's just plug in 1 here and see what happened. So for the exponential functions, x equals 1, so y equals the value of e, which is 2.7183. And it's considered an irrational constant, so for y2, it's considered 0. And then once you put in 0, and then you get 1 for y1, which is the inverse, and then error for y2, because the restriction. If you guys liked the video, please subscribe that channel. Thank you.